Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City might just be the best city for street food because everything I ate there was so dang delicious. From a sizzling hot dodging beef skillet to a soothing bowl of beef noodles,
It's like melting in your mouth. That is so good.
to literally the most delicious banh mi I've ever had. In this video, I'm bringing you on a Vietnamese street food feast. So grab a meal and sit down because you don't want to miss this. In the sweltering heat of the Southeast Asian tropics, sometimes all you need to cool down is a piping hot bowl of noodle soup. And there's no denying that pho reigns supreme as the quintessential Vietnamese noodle dish. But I'd wager there's a contender that can dethrone the iconic pho. Enter the Bun Bo Hue.
First meal in Vietnam, we have not pho, but we have Bun Bo Hue, which is like sort of a similar cousin to pho. The base is similar to pho, so there's like rice noodles, a clear broth, and it's mainly focused on beef.
And tucked in an unknown corner of Saigon is a little restaurant ran by a humble lady, serving bowls of this underrated yet delectable noodle soup to hungry customers for years.
You see on the menu they have different options with different toppings, but I ordered like the whole shebang. Hello, can I have this one
Ok rồi, one.
and this one?
Ok rồi.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
A bowl of Bun Bo Hue all starts with a healthy serving of rice noodles. And unlike pho, these are thicker, but the size of spaghetti. This is important so I could soak up more of that flavorful broth. And I like thicker noodles, so it's a plus for me. Next, we have an assortment of proteins, beef slices, Vietnamese sausage, crab meatballs, and a sprinkling of sliced onions and green onions are added for a refreshing flavor. And then the star of the show, a chunk of ultra tender and melt in your mouth braised pork knuckle is topped on an already loaded bowl of noodles. Finally, it's all finished off with a few ladles of that savory and flavorsome broth, which is a combination of beef, pork, and shrimp paste. And there you have it, a simple yet complex dish, a succulent vessel of the most scrumptious foods you'll have in the midday of Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah, this looks absolutely amazing. I'm gonna take a sip of the broth first just to get a taste. That is soothing. Yeah, clear. It's beefy. It's a little bit salty. That's really soothing. You get like a taste of the onions. There's a little bit of like a sourness in there. There's a lot of beefy flavor. It's a really clear broth as well. Like you can just keep drinking it. It's that clear. It's that soothing. I'm gonna try the noodles now. These are a bit thicker than your like regular pho rice noodles. They're sort of thick, a little bit like ramen noodles, but made from rice. Curly, crackly a little bit firm. They do taste kind of bland. I think I'm gonna add a bit of the dry chili sauce to the soup for an added kick.
If you're a big spice lover like I am, these roasted crushed chilies are a must. Spicy, smoky, and adding another layer of flavor to the already rich beefy broth.
Oh yeah, that adds like another dimension of spice. That's really nice. Yeah, I want to try a piece of the beef. So there's like beef slices, beef tendon, a whole, I assume like a beef knuckle. This huge honking piece of meat here. I think there's marinated beef as well. And sort of like a meat loaf, beef loaf, tendon, cartilage. I'm gonna go for this nice slice of beef here. It's really lean, not a lot of fat, but there's like a fat cap on there. Even though that is dry, it's actually pretty flavorful. Like a nice concentration of beefiness. There's a little bit of saltiness to there as well. And the fat cap on there, it just melts in your mouth. That's nice. What I want to try is this piece of it's sort of like cartilage. Not cartilage, more like collagen. Like a thicker fat, more gelatinized fat. That's great. That's like melting in your mouth. It's not fatty, so sort of like a soft jello texture. That was really good actually. It has like sort of like a floral aroma to it as well, a little bit. I'm gonna try this piece of like the nice beef knuckle. Man, that is so tender. Wow, that is incredibly tender. It's like melting in your mouth. That is so good. Wow. It's so beefy, it's so fatty, it's packed full of flavor. That is absolutely sensational. I assume this is like a marinated beef meatball. It's red, it's probably a lot of chilies and spices in here. Let's give it a try. I'm not sure if it's beef. Maybe it's like, oh no, it's crab cake. Yeah, right on the menu. It's crab cake. Chili are very juicy. That's nice. It's not like your traditional crab cake. It's more like just like a dense meatball of crab. Another part of the sliced beef here. That's great. Then we can't forget about this. Not sure what this is. Maybe like a sausage, pork loaf. It's like a Vietnamese pork sausage. It's very dense, very smooth. Nice little kick of pepperiness as well. My absolute favorite has to be this like piece of braised beef shank. That's just exceptionally good. It's like my first meal in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City. A great way to start the trip.
In every corner of Ho Chi Minh City, innocuous shops like this Bun Bo Hue stall are often where you'll unearth your newfound love for this Southeast Asian cuisine. But Saigon street foods are more than just noodles. There's still a plethora of eye-opening first bites that I'll show you later, like the decadent egg coffee, the refreshing Bun Cha, and the best Banh Mi that I've ever had in my life. I'm not exaggerating, guys. Before we continue, I just want to say if you're enjoying the video, how about giving it a like, and if you want to support me, then I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. Alright, let's get back to the video. But what about breakfast? What do the locals of this chaotic yet charming city eat before they start blasting their car horns and whizzing through traffic on their pesky motorbikes? For that, we'll have to grab a short plastic stool and witness the blazing glory of the banh.
If you're hungry for some breakfast in Saigon, one of the dishes you have to eat is this dish called pho ne, which translates to dodging beef. So basically, it's like beef slices thrown in on a skillet along with a fried egg. That's the main base of the dish. But sometimes they add sausage, they add chicken liver pate, and they also add onions. And it's all eaten with a nice, freshly hot, crusty baguette or banh mi.
This Vietnamese-style steak and eggs all starts with a flaming hot black skillet and plenty of cooking oil. Next, a generous handful of marinated sliced beef is added, instantly screeching as the meat sears and develops a smoky Maillard crust. Runny eggs, a hearty dollop of pate, and a sprinkling of sweet crunchy onion is added as the beef is cooking. The flames, roaring and singeing the eyebrows of the culinary wizard whom commands its power. And to ensure the beef isn't dried out, a ladle of sauce is splashed on top, adding even more flavor. A few sprinklings of parsley, and served alongside freshly toasted Vietnamese baguettes, and there you have it, the dodging beef skillet, a breakfast of champions.
So what you do is you basically tear off a piece of banh mi, and then you just maybe open it up or just like pick up the beef, some pate, some onions, make sure the sauce is all soaking up into that baguette. Okay, nice bite here. And then you just eat. That's really good, man. The beef, it's sliced tender. It's a little bit sweet from the marinade. And the pate, it's rich, creamy, so decadent. The onions in there also add a nice sweetness to it. Such a great breakfast in the middle of Saigon, in the middle of the day, when the cars are like rolling outside on the street, loud noises. It's just perfect, man.
Thơm ngon, delicious in Vietnamese. That's the word I said to the proud cashier as I was paying for my bonnet. And after being corrected on my pronunciation, it will be one of the few Vietnamese words that I would constantly utter for every single meal I've had in Saigon. Thơm ngon and cảm ơn, delicious and thank you. On the subject of breakfast, when in Vietnam, something you cannot miss out on, regardless of your preference, is Vietnamese coffee. Iced or egg, cafe soda, or cafe trung. I'll show you a special place for Vietnamese egg coffee later in the video. For now, let's get our palates acclimated with the iconic cafe soda, Vietnamese iced coffee.
Cafe soda. Da, ice. Thank you. Thank you. I've wandered to like the most local place imaginable. There's like only locals here, no tourists, no nothing. Everything is in Vietnamese. I had a pretty awkward conversation trying to order the coffee, but anyways, it's part of the fun. So I have this Vietnamese iced coffee here. I suppose it's probably condensed milk. There's a shot of a Robusta coffee. It looks nice. This is actually my first coffee of the day, so I'm pretty excited to try Vietnamese coffee. One of the main things I came to Vietnam for is to try their coffee. Yeah, that is rich. That is nice. The Robusta beans, quite bitter compared to like your regular coffee. And there's like a nice smooth rich creaminess from, I assume, the condensed milk and the ice. Yeah, it's really refreshing. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to wait for the ice to melt a bit first before you drink, because they do give me like a tiny little portion here. But yeah, that is some nice coffee, man. As a coffee lover, Vietnam is like the place to be. Heaven for coffee lovers. That's delicious.
Alright, moving on. Of course, you can't go on a Vietnamese street food adventure without trying arguably the most iconic sandwich in the world, Banh Mi. And at this humble townhouse turned local institution located in Ho Chi Minh City's bustling District 1 is where I fell in love with a sandwich that changed my outlook on what a sandwich could be.
We came to a very popular banh mi spot here in Saigon, and this place has like 7,000 reviews, so it's probably one of the best banh mi spots in the city. They ran out of medium size, so we got like one really large, humongous banh mi.
Rich and decadent chicken liver pate mixed with mayonnaise, an assortment of Vietnamese cold cuts, pork loaf, lemongrass grilled chicken, char siu pork, and chicken floss, all messily tucked within a toasty and pillowy Vietnamese baguette, complemented by sour and tangy pickled carrots, daikon radish, cucumbers, and cilantro, and you have the makings of the best sandwich you'll ever have the pleasure of devouring.
This is one enormous sandwich. I don't know how I'm gonna tackle this, but like, I'll give it a try. Okay, first bite, first banh mi, real banh mi in Vietnam. Oh yeah. The first taste I'm getting is the pate. And that pate is like, damn, it's so good. It's creamy, it's rich, it's not weird or funky at all. It's like, it's really smooth, it's really sort of buttery as well. That's really good pate. I'm gonna like push the fillings inside a bit. And also a bit of that pork floss, a bit of like the saltiness. I love like a chew from the pork floss. That's nice. I'm gonna try and go for the fresh vegetables inside now. The cucumbers there, the pickles. It's like one big ass bite. Yeah. That's seriously really good. The bread, the outside, it's crunchy. It's like a baguette, but the inside is soft, a little bit chewy, and it looks like they hollowed it out a bit, so it's not like the bread to filling ratio isn't way off. It's really nice. But yeah, man, I love that pate. And the Vietnamese mayonnaise and butter in there just makes it way more creamy, way more smooth, way more rich. It's delicious. Really good banh mi. The shop itself is just like a stall selling the banh mi. The next door place that we're sitting in right now is like a drink shop. So we kind of just invaded their space to sit down, but we ordered a drink on the side. It's a sugarcane juice, and this looks really nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a drink. Yeah, that's sweet. There's a hint of like a lemon zest to it, lemon flavor. That is nice. Actually, it's refreshing. Yeah, not too sweet. It's really good. The star of the show here is obviously the banh mi, and you can see a bit more of the fillings inside. There's the meatloaf. There's I think it's like char siu pork in there, like the red roasted pork. Definitely the pate is the best part, man. I'm getting to the part where it's like slices of meat, and there's a more pronounced like porky flavor to it. You can taste like a little bit of like a pork fat, maybe like a pork belly almost. Yeah, it's way more meaty. It's way more like chewable, not just like mushy paste. And yeah, the pickles in there, I think it's like pickled radish, the white ones. They add like a really nice sour texture, sour flavor to it. It's really delicious.
By now, we know that Ho Chi Minh City is home to some incredible Vietnamese street foods. But there's one dish that has somehow made its way from the north to cement itself as a must-eat dish in the area, the Bun Cha. Rice noodles, grilled pork eaten with a spicy and tangy fish sauce. A little known and overshadowed dish in the west, but an absolute hit amongst the locals. And there's no better way to try this refreshingly scrumptious dish than at Quan Nem.
This is a very popular restaurant. They specialize in a northern Vietnamese dish called Bun Cha, but it's also famous for this kind of fried crab cake sort of patty thing. So yeah, we ordered one of those crab cakes. So our food has arrived, and this is the Bun Cha. So we have, I think traditionally you would have only the pork patty, but here they give you like strips of pork belly as well, and they're all marinated in maybe like a fish sauce or pepper. But yeah, this is sizzling hot. I really want to try the pork patty here. I'll take a small piece here. I'll get a bit of these rice noodles, some vegetables, perhaps. I'm not sure what these are. Maybe like mint leaves or basil. And then I'll lather on this. This is a broth made from fish sauce. Inside there's chilies. I'm not sure what vegetable this is, but I'll label that onto my noodles and the pork. Okay, first bite. That's really good. Immediately, the fish sauce broth, sour, a little bit sweet, a little hint of spiciness. It's really, really refreshing. And you eat with these cold rice noodles. Oh man, yeah, that's such a refreshing and delicious bite of food. And the pork patty itself, it's fatty, it's meaty, and there's a little slight sweetness and slight pepperiness to it as well. That fattiness in the pork, the refreshing fish sauce, the soft noodles, that is such a wonderful bite. Also got here some lemon juice or lemonade. Yeah, that's refreshing. It's tasty, although maybe a bit too sweet. Okay, for this bite, the pork belly, and it's a nice fatty piece here. Yeah, so good, man. The pork is a little bit tough. It's not as tender as you want it to be. Then what makes it is the sauce, the fish sauce. It's limey, it's a little bit spicy, salty, sour. Beautiful. I'm gonna try some of these crab cakes. So they're wrapped in a spring roll wrapper and then deep fried to have this crispy, crunchy outer shell here. And inside is like a mixture of crab, rice noodles, some shrimp in there, and I guess maybe pork. But yeah, let's give this a taste. It's really good. There's like whole chunks of crab in there. So it's not just like crab meat minced up with the other ingredients, but it's like actual proper chunks of crab meat in there. You can see there's just like a layer of just pure crispy rice paper. It is a little bit dry, to be honest. I think you need to eat it with the fish sauce. Speaking of which, let's add that. Let's add some noodles, add some fish sauce, some herbs. Put the noodles in there, the herbs, that beautiful fish sauce with the added depth of the crunchiness from the spring roll. That's really good. I think you can also eat it as a wrap, sort of like a Korean sam. It's nice fatty pork belly. Onto the lettuce and some of that rice noodles. And they also give you like bits of chili as well. So I'll add some chili, some fresh herbs. It's a nice lettuce wrap.
After a full day of eating some of the most delicious street foods I've ever put in my mouth, it's time to end on a sweet treat, the Vietnamese egg coffee. In Saigon, there exists an apartment complex dedicated solely to the city's beloved bitter bean beverage. Aptly named the Coffee Apartments, this unusual building houses over 30 different cafes spanning 9 floors. And the most ridiculous part is, you have to pay to use the elevator. And from what you're seeing on the screen now, I did not pay for the elevator. After scouring the 9 floors, we decided that this particular cafe is one worth checking out. A cafe that serves a cup of coffee so rich and decadent it can almost be described as a sweet custard.
One of the most popular and well-rated ones in this apartment. I ordered the egg coffee, which is one of the drinks I really want to try when coming here to Vietnam. I think this is a little bit different compared to the other places. They have like a creme brulee topping, and the barista told me to like break it apart, mix it with the coffee, and then put ice on it. Kind of want to taste the egg whipped cream on top by itself first. Oh yeah, that is really rich. That was really nice. It's like a really dense and sugary egg foam. That is lovely. Wow. Yeah, it has like a slight bitterness to it, a slight taste from a caramelized sugar, maybe a bit of vanilla as well. That is really nice. It's like a thick, heavy foam. That is so dense. That is delicious. Wow. You do get a taste of the bitterness of the coffee a little bit, and maybe some condensed milk in there as well. That is nice. It's very thick. It's almost like drinking like melted ice cream a bit. Like a very sweet, vanilla-y, slightly bitter caramel custard ice cream. My girlfriend ordered this. It's a salted matcha latte. I guess it's like a regular matcha latte with maybe some sort of like a salt syrup or just straight up salt. I'm not quite sure actually, but well, let's give it a try. That is interesting. It's like a matcha latte, yeah, but then it's salted. There's like a slight umami-ness to it as well. You do get like a little hint of salt, but it's also like a sweet syrup as well. That is nice.
If you enjoyed this video or it has inspired your next food and travel adventure, then I really appreciate if you give it a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to share it with someone planning an upcoming holiday. And if you want more detailed travel guides and food recommendations, visit my food and travel blog at feastographyblog.com. Link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in next week's food and travel adventure. Bye bye!